When you guys were recruiting Calvin Jackson, I know Derek Sage was kind of primarily responsible, and then had seen him at Toledo. What did you guys see when you saw him on film?
I can't remember the whole thing, but basically, you know, he's got a pretty good pedigree. His dad played for a long time for the Dolphins, and then just quick, came out of his cuts real quick. He's gotten bigger, and so you know, just kind of a quick, savvy guy out there.
But what allows him to play on the outside is maybe a smaller kind of receiver. He doesn't necessarily play.
Well, he's not as small as you'd think, and then you know, you want a fast guy kind of, and then also we got a lot of bodies inside.
Have you kept up with the Netflix show that he was featured on? Have you seen any of it or heard anything about it?
I heard about it. I've heard about it for a couple of years. I've never watched any because I always end up somewhere in the middle. So one of these days I'll start watching them, I guess. Are they any good?
Yeah, it's a pretty good series. You should check it out.
'em out.
Calvin's pretty heavily featured in it. So.
That's what I heard. Yeah. I heard he is in the thick of that.
How do you feel like Gardner operated the offense today? It seemed pretty efficient, especially toward the end.
Pretty good. We had some inconsistencies, but some of it's because the defense rose up and made plays, and you know, that type of thing.
He also seems to be pretty kind of animated out there. He kind of has a kind of a bulldog mentality. Do you like to see that in a quarterback?
Yeah, he's fired up. He elevates the unit, and they're excited to play for him. So I think that's one of his strong qualities.
Does he remind you of anyone in that way that you've had, or other players you've coached against, maybe?
I'm trying to think. Coached a guy, B.J. Simmons was kind of like that. B.J. Simmons was kind of like that. Kind of reminds me of a cross between Brett Favre and Jim McMahon, maybe. I don't know, something like that.
What kind of strides has Abe Lucas made? I know he's gained about 30 pounds since the spring.
He's in better shape by a lot. Just working on being a starter and being consistent. You know, that's the biggest distinction, is not the physical as much as the physical is important, and that's a big part of it, but the consistency that goes along with starting and taking over the position, you know.